Only the conservatives will protect women in girls' sports and spaces. Okay, let's talk about it. Are they going to start looking into priests' histories? Are they going to start keeping track of them when they're moved from church to church after they do things to little kids? Are they going to crack down on men who commit violent crimes because they commit 90% of them? That's men. And when you're having conversations about this, I know you're talking about trans women, because what you're actually describing isn't trans women. What you're describing is a man pretending to be a woman to go into a bathroom. And let's be so for real, men don't even have to do that. They just go into the women's bathroom. Simple Google, man waiting in women's restroom. Man dressed as woman confronted after leaving women's restroom. Man hiding in women's bathroom at a park. Man died accidentally after climbing a wall to get into a woman's washroom. That wasn't any trans people, that was men. 1,700 priests and clergy accused of abuse are unsupervised. 20 state attorneys in the United States have mounted investigations that have cataloged decades of but yielded few criminal prosecutions. An independent inquiry on Tuesday said it had concluded there were about 216,000 victims of by the French Catholic Church between 1950 and 2020. That's not even getting into the residential school of it all in Canada, with those unmarked graves that had unalived children by the hundreds. This was me after competing in a men's division because no other women showed up in my weight class, and I got third for jiu-jitsu. So I actually rolled and competed with men because I roll and compete with men in class. But if I was competing in a sport, I would be competing against women because trans women are women. The only thing that makes things unsafe for women is men pretending to be women. But most of those men don't do it. Do you know why? Because they don't need to. The most dangerous place for a woman, do you know where that is? In her romantic partnership. The most dangerous place for a woman is in her partnership. It is the man she's sharing a bed with. Which is why Carney's whole thing is about intimate partner violence and femicide. Because in case you didn't know, which you should know if you care about women, which you don't care about women, you care about being a bigot. If you cared about women, you would know that there's worldwide issue of femicide, of women being unalived by family and partners. Men specifically, not women. Statistically, trans women protect women, they fight for women's rights, and men unalive women and grape women and accuse them of only saying that they're graped for false allegations. You guys love to throw around false allegations. They're just tossed around everywhere, and an allegation ruins a man's life, but you yourself are actually more likely to be graped by another man than you are to get a false allegation of grape. And the only time you care about women's rights is when you want to be a bigot and discriminate against trans people.